The latest on the crisis in the Middle East, Secretary of State Antony Blinken landing in Israel overnight to push for humanitarian pauses in the fighting so more aid can come in and hostages have the chance to come out. It comes as Israeli forces advance into Gaza City to battle Hamas. Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell is in Tel Aviv. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, George. That's right. Secretary Blinken is here in this high-pressure visit to try and push for more humanitarian aid to be allowed into Gaza, possible pauses in the fighting, and also to talk about trying to get those more than 240 hostages out amid growing concerns about the situation in Gaza and that ever-rising death toll.
Overnight, relentless Israeli missile strikes in Gaza. Fire and smoke lighting up the night sky as Israel says its troops are now surrounding Gaza City. Amid the death and destruction, Secretary of State Antony Blinken touching back down in Tel Aviv this morning, meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu and Israel's war cabinet.
As Israel conducts its campaign to defeat Hamas, how it does so matters.
As the Biden administration urges a humanitarian pause, saying it would allow humanitarian aid to get in and the hostages to get out. But they're not calling for an end to the attacks.
We do not support a ceasefire and that gives time for Hamas to regroup. Which is something that, again, would put Israeli citizens and others in danger.
Nearly 4 weeks in, more than 9,000 civilians have been killed in Gaza, according to the Hamas-run health ministry, as Israel responds to the massacre of more than 1,400 people and the capture of hostages. More than 240 still remain trapped in Gaza, including Americans. And overnight, ABC News learning the US has been flying unarmed Reaper drones above Gaza to help get hostages out. The drones equipped with cameras and sensors that can intercept voice and data communications. And on the ground, Israeli forces advancing. Its troops fighting Hamas in face-to-face combat inside Gaza City. But they're facing rising losses. At least 24 soldiers killed in action since the ground invasion began a week ago. Fighter jets and warships are backing up the ground offensive, Hamas being targeted by air, sea and land.
We've just heard the sound of a fighter jet dropping its payload into the city. They say that they're targeting Hamas. But also, we know that there are still civilians in there who haven't listened to the order to leave, and many of them continue to die every day.
South of Gaza City, another massive explosion laying waste to another refugee camp. Israel says it's targeting Hamas and its infrastructure, but civilians are also being killed in many of these strikes. These scenes have become all too familiar in this war, searching for family in the rubble, calling out for loved ones. The grief overwhelming. And resources growing ever more scarce as food and money run out, fights breaking out over basic necessities. While millions of Palestinians can't leave, those with a foreign passport are starting to get out, including scores of Americans trapped in Gaza, now making it through the Rafah crossing into Egypt. Like Maha El-Banna, an aid worker from New Jersey who sat down with our Maggie Rulli in Cairo.
I have PTSD. I've been through a lot. If I hear like a loud noise, I jump. I had a panic attack.
Lina Baseso and her family also finally making it to the border. Her grandson Arden here with his passport stamped, sharing a brief, brave smile. But this is a tough farewell for all of them.
I'm happy but sad at the same time because I have friends here. They might die. Maybe I won't see them ever again.
Well, just heartbreaking, those stories. Israel saying it's on very high alert in the north of the country amid rising tensions and exchange of fire across the border, not just with Lebanon, but also Syria. Something to look out for later today. The leader of the Iranian-backed group Hezbollah expected to speak for the first time since this war broke out. George?
Yes, that is significant. Okay, and thanks very much. Let's bring in our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce. Mary, the secretary has a tricky balancing act in Israel today, pushing for humanitarian pauses, but not a ceasefire.
Yeah, he sure does, George. This is a difficult diplomatic mission for Blinken, conveying America's support for Israel's military operation and right to defend itself, while also urging Prime Minister Netanyahu to do more to address the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Look, the White House has been increasingly vocal about the need to protect innocent civilians. But there is growing political pressure for the White House to do even more, even facing those calls to push for a ceasefire. The White House has been blunt in saying that would only help Hamas. Instead, they are pushing for this series of temporary humanitarian pauses, breaks in the bombardment, which they hope would allow more aid to get in and more innocent civilians and hostages to get out, George.
And Mary, there appears to be a stalemate in Congress over President Biden's request for military aid to Israel.
Yeah, George, a bill has passed in the House, but it is dead on arrival. This is the first big step by the new House Speaker, Mike Johnson, defying President Biden and bipartisan opposition in the Senate, narrowly passing this $14.3 billion in military aid for Israel, but it does not include any humanitarian assistance or funding for the war in Ukraine. And Republicans are demanding equal cuts from the IRS to pay for all of this. The president has said he would veto it. The Senate isn't even going to take it up. George, this bill isn't going anywhere.
Mary Bruce, thanks very much.